Hello friends, so today I'm going to start logical equivalencies, that is the part of logical equivalencies that is remaining, which comes under mathematical logic in discrete maths. So let us begin with logical equivalencies, that is the remaining part of logical equivalencies. In the last lecture we covered some logical equivalencies. Now remaining one we will cover in this lecture. Okay guys, so this one is very important, and you will see whatever I am going to discuss right now, that is very important for gate point of view, as well as this will be used in other subjects as well. Okay, so we'll see. Yes, you only tell me, guys. Yes, we'll see some more logical equivalencies. Logical or propositional equivalencies, same thing is there. Okay. Now you only tell me. Let us consider P implies Q. So let us say, yes, we are assuming that this statement is one direct statement. Okay. So with respect to direct, what is Q implies P? That is called as what? That is converse of direct, isn't it? Next one, what is negation P implies negation Q? That one we can say that that is inverse of direct statement. And let's say this is negation Q implies negation P, that is the contrapositive of direct, that is contrapositive, isn't it? So let's say this one is your direct statement. So with respect to direct, this one is converse. If P implies Q is direct, then Q implies P is converse of direct, and negation P implies negation Q is the inverse of the direct, and negation of Q implies a negation of P is the contrapositive. So remember guys here, yes, in the converse, this right hand side becomes left hand side, and this left hand side becomes right hand side. In inverse, yes, what is done? Yes, we can say that negation of LHS implies negation of RHS. And what is contrapositive? We can say that this one is what we can say that negation of RHS, and this one implies negation of LHS. Yes or no? That is your contrapositive, isn't it? So what is the relation between these statements? We'll see one by one. Okay. So let us consider one truth table. Let's say this is P, this is Q. Two variables are there. And what is P implies Q? Yes, we only tell me what is P implies Q. We can say that let's say P and Q two variables are there, then four possibilities or four combinations will be there. Yes or no? And what will be the P implies Q? You only tell me this one will be the true only, this one will be the false. Then we can say that this one is true, this one is also true. Yes or no? Next one, you only tell me what will be the, yes, you only tell me Q implies P. Now Q becomes LHS and P becomes RHS. So true implies true is true, false implies true is true, and true implies false. Now this one becomes false and this one is true. Now you only tell me what is negation P. Yes, what is negation P implies negation Q. So first find out negation P, then find out negation Q, because priority is higher of negation than implication. Then take the implication. So what will be the result? You only tell me. Result will be what? This one will be true. Yes or no? This one will also be true. This one will be false, and this one will be true only. And last one, let's say this is negation Q implies negation P. So what will be the truth values of negation Q implies negation P? Yes, first find out negation of Q, then find out negation of P, and then take the, yes, implication. So it becomes what we can say that true. Then this one is false, this one is true, this one is also true. Yes or no? So from this one, we can conclude that you only tell me Here this one is direct and this one is contrapositive. So can we say that direct is equivalent to contrapositive? Yeah, similarly we can say that here this one Q implies P is equivalent to, yes, this one, that is inverse. So we can say that inverse is equivalent to converse. Yes or no? Yes, from truth table, can we conclude or not? Yes. So what is the meaning? Let's say this one is a direct. So we can say that if it is direct, then we can say that this one is equivalent to negation Q implies negation P. Yes, means direct is equal to equivalent to contrapositive. Similarly, converse is Q implies P. Same method. Yes, take the negation of right hand side, then take the negation of left hand side. So negation of right hand side implies negation of left hand side will be the equal only. So we can say that these are very important logical equivalence. I hope this one is clear to everyone or not. These are very useful. I am saying to you, these are very useful. Okay. So I'm going to, yes, I'm going to, yes, give you one example based on that, and you will see how important is this one. Okay. So let us consider one example, isn't it? So you know very well, P implies Q is what? We can say that if P, then Q, isn't it? So what is the beauty of this one? You will see in every subject, wherever you will see, yes, these implication biconditional, then this concept will be useful to you guys. Let us consider in theory of computation, you will see some lemma, one pumping lemma, isn't it? What is pumping lemma? Yes, so I'm going to, yes, give you the statement of pumping lemma. So what is the statement? Yes, you only tell me. Statement is if a language L is a regular language, okay, then it satisfies, yes, pumping lemma for regular languages, isn't it? So we can write it like that or not? P implies Q, because if then is there. So we can say that language L is regular, this becomes P, and it satisfies pumping lemma, that becomes Q. So that is the statement of this lemma. But in question will be asked like that. In question will be there, yes, let's say check true or false. Yes, check true or false. Question will be like that. Yes, if a language L is not regular, then it does not satisfies the pumping lemma. So you only tell me this one is true or not. You only tell me. So this one is yes. First statement is this one, and write down second one. If L does not satisfies pumping lemma, then it is not regular, isn't it? Now you only tell me which one is true, which one is false. So if we assume the statement of pumping lemma as P implies Q, then this statement becomes what? Let us assume this one is your direct statement. So with respect to direct, if a language L is not regular, this becomes what? Negation P. If then, because of if then, there will be implication. It does not satisfy pumping lemma, then it becomes negation Q. So first statement is negation P implies negation Q. That is what we can say that inverse. So you only tell me whether direct is equals to inverse or no. No. That's why this statement first one is false. Now let us take second one. Yeah, second one is what? If L does not satisfy pumping lemma, that means this is negation Q. If then means implication, and it is not regular, that is negation P. That means a logical statement for second statement is what? Negation Q implies negation P. That is the contrapositive of the given statement or not? Yes, that's why we can say that second one is true. So guys, be careful, isn't it? Okay. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So proceeding to the next one, yes, some important logical equivalencies we'll see. Yes, right now. Okay. So let us take, let's say, some important logical equivalencies. And these are very, very important for gate point of view, or if you want to, yeah, solve the question fastly, then these must be clear to you guys. Okay. So first one is, you only tell me. Yes, P implies Q. You can see in Boolean algebra, this one, or we can say that in logic, this one is equivalent to negation P over Q. You can make the truth table for those, this one left hand side and right hand side. You will see both are equivalent. Or in Boolean algebra, we can write it like that, P dash plus Q. Isn't it? This one is very, very important. Okay. In the last slide, you can see, yes, if we see the last one, yes, you only tell me. Yes, last one, you only tell me. This truth table is there. Now here, make one more truth table, that is negation P or Q. Yes, that is what? First find out negation P, take over with Q. So this one will be true, false, true, true. Yes or no? So we can say that this is equivalent to P implies Q only. Yes or no? That is equivalent to P implies Q. Okay. So next one, second one, yes, remember this one, because you know how to prove this, these are equivalent or not, but this must be your, yes, this must be, yes, we can say that required during the problem solving. If you want to solve the problems fastly, then it will be very, very useful. Okay. Because we can say that this one is your conditional statement and these are primary operators. Let's say and or negation, these are the primary operators. So we'll try to convert all secondary operators into primary operators so that simplification will become easy. Okay. Next one, P biconditional Q, that is equivalent to, yes, we can say that that is equivalent to P and Q, or we can say that negation P and negation Q. So in Boolean algebra, we can write it like that, PQ plus P dash Q dash. Okay. So these forms are important. We'll use the notations of Boolean algebra to solve the questions fastly. Because if you write these logical or and logical or operators, these will take the time, more time. So we'll use the notations of Boolean algebra. These are same only. Plus means logical or and dot means logical. Okay. Third one, you only tell me. Yes, what is P XOR Q? P XOR Q is what? That is, we can say that P dash Q plus PQ dash. Similarly, fourth one, negation of P XOR Q. So you only tell me. Negation of means P or Q means what? Negation of P dash Q plus PQ dash. And in Boolean algebra, negation means complement, whole complement. So we can take the yes whole complement by using De Morgan's. So it becomes what? P bar Q whole bar dot plus becomes dot, that is P Q bar whole bar. So it will be what? We can say that this one will be again apply De Morgan's. This becomes P complement. Complement means P only, P Q dash, and this one becomes what? P dash plus Q. Now simplify this one. This one becomes P dash plus PQ, then P dash Q dash, then QQ dash. Yes or no? So yes, you only tell me. This becomes what? PP dash is 0. This Q dash Q is also 0. So it becomes PQ plus P dash Q dash. That is what you only tell me. That is what? Yes, we can say that. Yes, you only tell me. This one is what? We can say that this is equal to P biconditional Q. Yes or no? So this one is PQ, or we can say that plus P dash Q dash, and that is equivalent to, we can say that P biconditional Q, and it is also known as negation of XOR, means X node. So this is the notation for X node. These are very important, isn't it? Right, on next one, that is fifth one, that is P NAND. This is what a NAND operator, isn't it? NAND means not of AND, means negation of AND. Negation of AND means this is negation, this is AND. So this one apply De Morgan, so it becomes negation P or negation Q. So that is equivalent to P dash plus Q dash, isn't it? Right, now next one, sixth one, we can say that that is P nor Q, isn't it? Nor means this is negation of or. So apply De Morgan's law, then it becomes negation P and negation Q or not, isn't it? And that can be written like that, P dash Q dash, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone or not. Okay, I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so we can proceed further. You only tell me. Yes, write down one note. Yes, we can say that in this note you can see, yes, if you only tell me, if X is equivalent to, or we can say that two logical statements, let's say X is equivalent to Y if and only if X implies Y and Y implies X is a tautology, isn't it? That means it is always true. Tautology means always true. X is equivalent to Y means X implies Y as well as Y implies X. This must be a tautology. Tautology means always true, isn't it? So we can take some example based on this one. So let us consider one example. You only tell me. Let us consider one example. Let's say, yes, you only tell me. Let's say, check whether, let's say one logical expression is given to you, this one, X. And second logical statement or logical expression is let's say P dash Q dash. So we need to check whether these are equivalent or not. Yes or no? So what we'll see? Yes, we'll see. Yes, X biconditional Y must be a tautology. Yes or no? If this one is tautology, okay. If this one is tautology, then we can say that both are equivalent. Okay. So what is X? We can say that this can be written like this or not. You only tell me this can be written like that. Yes, we can say that in the last slide you seen. Yes, what is the, yes, P biconditional Q, that is PQ plus P dash Q dash, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. So it can be written like that or not. That is X Y plus X dash Y dash. Yes or no? So what is X? We can say that that is P plus Q whole dash. What is Y? That is P dash Q dash. Then we can say that this one is, yes, P plus Q double dash. Then we can say that this one is P dash Q dash whole dash. So simplify these ones. We can say that this becomes what? We can say that this is apply De Morgan's P dash Q dash. This is P dash Q dash. Plus we can say that this one is P plus Q. And this one is also P plus Q. So you know if it is X, so X dot X is what? We can say that X only you seen in the identities. So this becomes what? We can say that P dash Q dash. Similarly, this one, let's say Y dot Y is only Y in, yes or no? So we can say that plus P plus Q, yes or no? Now we can take, yes, you only tell me. Let us take, let's say P plus P dash Q dash plus Q. Now we can say that apply distributivity in this one. So this becomes P plus P dash dot, we can say that P plus Q dash plus Q. So this becomes what? P plus P dash becomes 1. So it becomes P plus Q dash plus Q, and Q plus Q dash is 1. So P plus 1 is 1 only. So we can say that yes, this one is your tautology, isn't it? So we can say that these expressions are equivalent. Also you can simply you can analyze this one, apply De Morgan's, then you will see yes y will be there. Yes, apply De Morgan's on the expression of x, then y will be obtained or not. Yes, yes. So by De Morgan's you can observe that these are equivalent only, isn't it? So that is the procedure. If any two expressions are equivalent, then biconditional between them must be a tautology. Otherwise, one more method is there. Yes, make the truth table for this one and make the truth table for this one. If both truth tables are matching, means truth values are same, finally then we can say that these are equivalent, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So write down one more question. Yes, write down one more question. Okay. Isn't it? Okay. Write down one more question. Yes. That is based on tautology. Okay. So let us take one example. Let's say check whether the following Boolean expression is tautology or not. These type of questions you will see frequently in previous year gate examinations or in coming gate examination. Okay, so this one is very important. So yes, given expression is what, that is, let's say A implies B and yes B implies C, yes, then whole implication A implication C, that is given to you. Now guys, one method is yes, according to precedence or priorities make the truth table, and if final column has all true values, then we can say that this one is tautology. Otherwise you can apply the properties and identities we discussed in the last lectures. Okay, okay. So yes, try to use the notations of Boolean algebra, that means plus, dot and complement. Okay, because it will be easier yes to analyze the question or simplify the question if you use the Boolean expression. And try to yes convert every secondary operator into primary operator. Primary operators are what? And, or and negation. That means plus, dot and complement. So whatever be the secondary, let's say this is implication, this is let's say somewhere it is biconditional, somewhere it is yes we can say that yes XOR operation. So we can convert all these in primary operators. Okay. In the last table, in the last logical equivalencies, yes we converted implication into primary operators as well as biconditional into primary, as well as yeah, yes we can say that XOR into primary. Okay, so we can say that what is P implies Q, that is P dash plus Q. So can we write it like that, that is A dash plus B and means dot, this one will becomes B dash plus C. Yes, implication we just discussed this one, how to write the implication in the form of primary operators. And this one yes we can say that this is implication and this one can be written like this, A dash plus C. Now you only tell me, let's say this is your P and this is your Q. Now this is P implies Q and P implies Q is what? P dash plus Q. P dash means a complement of LHS. So what will be the complement of LHS? That means we can say that this is A dash plus B, then this one is B dash plus C, whole complement plus we can say that A dash plus C. Yes or no? Now apply the De Morgan's law in this one. So after applying and simplification, you will be yes getting what we can say that you will be getting A plus AC dash plus AB. Then we can say that BC dash. Then we can say that yes B dash plus C dash and plus we can say that A dash plus C, isn't it? Now simplify this one. Let's say this one is AB1 plus we can say that AB dash, sorry. Then this one is C dash plus this is AC dash plus ABC dash. Yes or no? Then we can say that this one is B C dash plus A dash plus C. Now we can say that yes, combine or merge these ones. Yes or no? So take AB dash as a common, then it becomes 1 plus C. And here take AC dash common, then it becomes 1 plus B. Then this one is BC dash plus A dash plus C. Yes, now 1 plus anything is 1 only. So this becomes 1. So this expression becomes what? AB dash plus AC dash plus BC dash plus A dash plus C. Yes or no? Now we can see, yes, we can see here. Yes, you only tell me. Yes, you only tell me. Yes, we can write it like that or not. AB dash plus. Yes, write it like that. C plus C dash A. Yes, plus A dash plus we can say that B C dash. Now here apply distributivity. So it becomes what? Yes, you only tell me guys. After remember this one, P plus P dash Q is always equal to P plus Q. Because you can apply distributivity here. So it becomes what? P plus P dash dot we can say that P plus Q. Yes or no? So this becomes 1 and we can say that this one comes out to be P plus Q. Similarly, this one is C plus C dash A. So this becomes what? We can say that C plus A and this one is A dash plus BC dash. Yes or no? Now here you can see A plus A dash becomes what? 1 and 1 plus anything is 1 only. That's why we can say that this one is your tautology. Yes or no? So after simplification, we can see this one is your tautology. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Write down next problem. We can see next one. Okay. Next one, let's say when expression is given to you, let's say negation A implies B implies A. This one is a contradiction or not? Check once. So we can see, yes, this one can be written like that. A implication, this one is B dash plus A. Now, yes, let's say this is P, this becomes Q. Then P implies Q is what? We can say that P dash plus Q. Now it becomes what? Negation. This one A dash plus, we can say that B dash plus A. Yes or no? So here we can say that negation of A dash plus A. Yes, that becomes what? We can say that that is your 1 and 1 plus B dash becomes what? 1 plus B dash becomes 1 only. So 1, yes, and outside there is negation. Negation means complement. So what is the complement of 1? That is 0. So we can say that this one is your contradiction. Isn't it? Okay. And now next one, yes, we can say that next one. Yes, let us say one question is given to you. Let's say, yes, one expression is given to you, yes, A biconditional C, then implication negation, yes, B implies A and C. Check whether this one options are given to you, whether this is tautology. Second one is your whether it is contradiction. Third one is, let's say this is contingency, and D is none of these. So solve, yes, we can solve it like, yes, convert these secondary operators into binary. So you know P biconditional Q is what? PQ plus P dash Q dash. So it becomes what? We can say that this becomes AC plus A dash C dash. Yes or no? When this is implication, then this becomes what? We can say that this is, yes, P, let's say, and this is Q, then it becomes P implies Q. So this one will be P complement. So double complement becomes, yes, B only plus AC. Yes or no? Now, yes, after, let's say, now this one is P and this one is Q, then P implies Q is what? We can say P implies Q is P dash plus Q. So we can write it like that: AC plus A dash C dash whole dash plus B plus AC. Now simplify this one. So it becomes what? Yes, apply De Morgan's. So it becomes A dash plus C dash dot we can say that a plus c plus b plus ac. Now let us simplify this one. A dash c plus ac dash plus b plus ac. Yes or no? So from merge these two ones, so we can say that this becomes AC dash plus B, and take C as a common, then A plus A dash is 1 only. This becomes 1. So after simplification, let's say this is C plus C dash A plus B. So apply distributivity here. So this becomes what? C plus A plus B. So we cannot further simplify this one. So this one is neither tautology nor contradiction. Yeah, so we can say that this one is your contingency. This is your previous year gate problem. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So various questions are there. Yes, you can see various questions are there. You can easily, yeah, solve these questions. Okay. So that's all about logical equivalencies, isn't it? Okay. Another one more definition is there. Yes, write down that one also. Write down one note. What is the meaning of satisfiable and unsatisfiable? So let's say a compound preposition. Compound preposition is also known as what we can say that well-formed formula. It's said to be satisfiable if we can say that it is either a tautology or contingency, isn't it? Then we can say that that is known as what? Satisfiable. Means if any expression is either tautology, then also we can say that this one is satisfiable. And if it is contingency, then also we can say that satisfiable. But if it is contradiction, then we will say this one is unsatisfiable. So we can say that it is said to be unsatisfiable if we can say that it is contradiction, isn't it? Okay, okay guys, so that's all about logical equivalencies. So in the next lecture we'll see some normal forms. Okay, so that's all about the logical equivalencies. You can practice as much as possible from these topics, that is equivalencies. Previous year questions are there, we can see. Yes, many questions are there on these concepts, so you can solve those questions easily. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, thank you so much.